Brazil, eh? Well, he turned up last week and the security gang wouldn't let him in. Did they recognise him? They thought it was Jabba the Hutt. True story. The Alan Brazil Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT.
Arsenal have been fantastic. Some of their football has been brilliant. They've got a 5th goal. Everton 2, Arsenal 5 for Ronald Koeman. Well, I have to say I would not be surprised at all if we get the news that Ronald Koeman will no longer be the Everton manager.
Personally, I still believe that I can change the whole situation, but everybody knows how it works in football. That's the situation, and that's only what I answer up all about these questions, because ask somebody else.
10 minutes to 9 o'clock on talkSPORT. Right, let's say a very good morning to Joey Barton. Joey, morning.
Morning, Joey.
Morning, Al. Morning, Ray. How are you, lads?
Very good. Not great. Not a great weekend at all for Merseyside, eh? Very poor.
Well, Tranmere got beat as well, didn't they? So the whole region will be disappointed. They could see the 2 goals late as well. So Everton and Liverpool all over the shop.
Yeah, and then chuck the gels in there as well, Joey. I'm sorry.
You had to go there, Al, didn't you?
Well, I've just seen the goals come up on telly. That was why. Nah, what about? So let's start with Everton. We know Tottenham are a decent side when they play the ball around. Harry's in great form, couple of goals. But how long are the Evertonians going to put up with this?
Well, you throw me with that question there, Al, because you were talking about...
You got the wrong game, Al. You got the wrong game.
They played Arsenal.
I'm looking at you going, what are you talking about, Al?
I'm looking at the goals going in there.
It's been a long morning, Joey.
It's been a long weekend, Joey.
I leave you alone for one Monday and it's gone to pot.
No, it's not the Monday's a problem. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Evertonians are going mad, aren't they? I see they're after a new PR officer, so I think Parry might go for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get in the perfect start, don't you? It was a cracker. They're off and running. You think, okay, is this the turning point for Koeman? And then, watching the highlights back, I think if it wasn't Pickford, it could have been a lot more. You're thinking how many saves Jordan Pickford makes in the game and goes to a back three, turns bins that, takes Williams off and goes to a 4, and then there's just a monumental collapse. It looks like I think they've got Chelsea away during the week in the Carabao Cup, and I'd be surprised if they can go to Stamford Bridge. And I think if they lose there, I think that could be the manager, the end of the manager. It's sad to see. I was one of the few more critical of the recruitment team than Koeman at the start. As you know, Alan, we got a shot across the bows from Everton for saying that, stating the obvious, striker. And I think just a gradual demise, a lack of confidence. You're looking at players who were good players, decent players, the likes of Leighton Baines. I mean, all over the shop. Ashley Williams all over the shop. Tino, I played with, looked like he'd devoid of confidence. Gay doesn't help matters by taking the sending off, getting a bit of a silly. He hasn't really done anything to get a sending off, and tough fans at Goodison, really, really tough times.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a managerial change. It looks like the only way out.
Does he know his best team, Joey? Because he keeps changing at half time, doesn't he? Yeah. It's one of them situations where he thinks, well, I'm going to put this out there, and then at half time he changes it. So I don't think he knows his best team.
9 times he's changed at half time.
No. I mean, what worries me is I start to see reports of in the papers. You see reports of people saying this is how he behaves in the training ground. People stand behind him in the queue and all that. And usually, as you know, when them silly little things start coming out, the knives are drawn. It's people looking to protect their position, knowing that he's gonna be bulleted. I mean, the worrying thing for Everton is who replaces him, because it looks like he's going to go. I hate to talk about managers losing their jobs when he hasn't, but it just looks like there's just a lack of belief, whether it's in the stadium, in the dressing room. It just looks like the players and the crowd aren't pulling for the manager anymore. And there's very few managers who turn that back. I have seen it a couple of times, but it's very few who turn it back. And then the worrying thing is who replaces him, because Everton's job in the summer might have been a very tempting job for a few people, but at this moment in time, I think the level of manager that Everton may want and the level of manager that Everton may get might be poles apart. And
Yeah.
David Unsworth for the job, and I don't know really, from what little I know about it.
Joe, are you in the middle of the Atlantic or somewhere? That's that.
I'm out standing on the terrace. I'm in the south of France, mate, so it gets a little bit windy down here from time to time. I'll tell you what, I'll put back inside.
Yeah.
Go on. So we were talking about Everton and then Liverpool now.
I know.
To Liverpool now. I mean, Razor must be buzzing, because I thought Arsenal, as poor as Everton were yesterday, there was some real great quality from Arsenal. I thought Arsenal were exceptional at times, but certainly going forward. I mean, it was one of them games at Goodison. Is that better?
Yeah, much better, Joe. Thanks.
So, yeah, I think Razor must be buzzing, because I thought that was a game where if Arsenal got beat out there,
he's under pressure.
And about Wenger being under the cosh.
Yeah.
And you were at the Marseille game yesterday. What was the score, Joey?
2-2, mate. So Edison Cavani scored about the 92nd or 3rd minute free kick, which just took the whole atmosphere out of the stadium. You had 70,000 Marseille fans coming up to the winning 2-1. And Neymar gets sent off. Marseille have a great chance to make it 3-1. If you don't take it, go down the other end. There was no bickering over who was going to take the free kick or the penalty, as what's been happening at PSG in recent weeks. And Cavani scores a whirling off the crossbar, and just it was like a pin going into a balloon. The atmosphere just went out the stadium. But phenomenal goal.
Joey, you can't go back to Marseille, or not?
I can go, but I was there last night, mate.
Oh, right. It's a situation. I mean, as a player, you ain't banned from them, are you? You ain't banned from any other country.
Right, the ban is, this is how ludicrous it is, it's worldwide.
You're joking.
And I'm not allowed to go even and train or coach the kids in the academy, or I'm not allowed to do anything at a football club. Oh. I was lucky, I was fortunate enough to be allowed in the stadium. Surprised the FA stopped doing that.
Wow.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolute bonkers.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
We won't mention the FA anyway at the moment, Joey. Ain't great for them at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen last week what they're up to kind of carry on from them. And fair play to Luco. I think she's handled herself with incredible dignity, incredible class, because she was clearly, there was an attempt to, and there has been a significant attempt to derail her career and make it a little bit of an example of her. So fair play to the girl. She had the courage of conviction to stand up, and she knew she was telling the truth. So massive credit goes to her and the people who supported her.
Yeah. Joey, just a quickie, Liverpool, do you know, Klopp says he could have done better in trainers. That's how poor the defending was.
Well, 2 weeks ago he's writing a book on defending in 2 hours. Well, clearly none of his back four and the keeper have read that out. He also said he's the best man for the Liverpool job. There's nobody better in the world to manage Liverpool. Well, I think if you polled Liverpool fans this morning, there'd be a huge doubt upon that. So you have to take anything Jurgen says as BS, the short term for it is. I mean, I was one of the first to say, look, I ain't having him. I weren't having him, because I've seen the team come back in pre-season and the mistakes they're making at the back. I mean, the attitude to defending. It makes me think. I don't know about yourself, Ray, but it makes you think. What are they doing during the week?
Yeah.
Are they just playing five-a-sides? Are they just doing counter-attacking? Because that's what they're very good at. They've got a great forward line. I think Salah's been a great sign and real handful. Coutinho, obviously they managed to keep hold of him. I know they're without Mane, but I mean, some of the decision making at the back is, it's criminal.
No, absolutely. Joey, look, we'll see when you get back off your trip, mate. Listen, thank you. See you next Monday, I think, Joey.
See you guys. Yeah, see you next
Monday.
Thanks,
pal. Joey Barton down at Marseille, so Marseille nearly beat them, eh?
Yeah, 2-2. Desmondale. I watched a little bit of Madrid last night, Real Madrid. They were very good. Lazio I watched as well. There's some good games in them La Liga at the moment, and Serie A. So I don't know. You ain't watched no football, have you, over the week? A little bit, because you're too busy.
Saturday, exactly. Saturday normally is my football day, And
Super Sunday? You must have watched Super Sunday. Everton and Spurs. Where was you?
I'd guess. Come up, for God's sake. I'd guess.
Who? Maradona, an Aussie.
No, Enzo. 2 minutes to 9.
When in this charming car, this charming man, why can't the life's complexity when the leather and